Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm real mad. Oh, I'm bad mad to the mads the bads. I'm pissed. So, I was soul grinding, right? As I normally do. I was taking my time. No, fucking. Okay, cool, my dog started barking. That's so nice. That's so cool. I honestly don't know why it's happening. So, now I'm even more mad. So, anyways, I'm gonna explain this while the dog's barking. So, I was soul grinding, right? And I was just doing my normal methods of just running back and forth through an area, killing a bunch of enemies, yada yada, what life goes on. I was going through that whole process, and apparently I failed 2 fucking quest lines. So if you guys remember Grey Rat, the thief, he died. He just straight up died. As I sent him over to, you know, Irithyll, whatever. I sent him over to Irithyll. He was just absolutely boolin', right? Apparently, because I lit the Irithyll dungeon bonfire and rested at it, Grey Rat's questline failed. Yeah, that's right. Because I rested at a checkpoint that was easily available to me, I failed a questline. Now that's part 1. I found his ashes and I brought him back to the Handmaiden. Whatever, that's all fine and dandy. Second bit, apparently, when you get the cell key, which apologies, it took so long to get the cell key, and you go rescue the maiden that Aigon was quote-unquote protecting, when you go rescue that maiden and you give her Dark Braille tomes, if you give her any of the Braille tomes that have dark-related spells, and you buy any of them, her questline fails! So, in all, if you give this random maiden a Braille tome, because she's blind, by the way, you can purchase miracles. And I didn't know that if you didn't purchase all of the miracles in one bout, she would be absolutely fine. But purchasing them one at a time, including the dark spells, make it so she goes kaputs, she dies, and then Aigon gets pissed and you have to kill him. So, I'm fucking mad. Like, real mad. And I apologize if I'm a little salty this stream. Okay, you can kind of not fault me on the fact that I failed 2 questlines, because I rested at a bonfire and bought 1 too many spells. From a person who sells spells! Ugh! So I'm mad, and now the dog's fucking barking, which is incredible. Inconceivably awesome. I'm so joyous! But, alas, whatever. I am fucking annoyed, and I am pissed. So, it's time to bring out the recording of what happened, okay? This is just going to show off what exactly went down. Also, yes, I have Dark Souls 3 already open. But I want to actually show off this. That's the wrong one. I meant to do this. So, right, cool, whatever. So, it shows me going through and talking about all the, like, failed quest lines. So, over back here, this chick is dead because apparently buying a miracle from the miracle lady just kills her. Cool! Glad to know that the wiki really went in depth on that one. And then Aigon gets all pissed and he's like, well, because you killed my maiden, I'm all mad now, even though I didn't specify to not give her dark magic. Grrr. What the fuck ever. Then I'm pissy about Grey Rat, talking about a bunch of stuff. I have to make my way back, and there's a summon sign here, and you get summoned as a phantom for Cirrus. And Cirrus then goes to kill Hodrick. And when you go kill Hodrick, apparently Hodrick is the granddad of Cirrus. You do it, you go back, you grab his armor from his corpse, and then you talk to Cirrus, and she's like, we are cool now, this is the end of my quest line. So right there, that's a quest line complete. So, in the absence of having 2 people, like the quest lines I really didn't want to fail, because Grey Rat's cool, and I just didn't want to have the other one fail, I now get to have Cirrus as a companion. Yippee, even though she's as frail as a literal fly. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually on topic. In fact, I'm so on topic that I'm still mad about the topic. So now it's time to play Dark Souls. I apologize if I'm a little salty this stream, but you have to understand my reasoning for it. It's just because... I'm also turning this down to 8 because it's a little loud. But you have to understand why I'm a little salty. It's just because all this shit happened because I rested at a bonfire and bought miracles. Yippee. Who knew? Who? So now this spot's empty. I don't know if this chick's gone. No. Cool. Whatever. Crazy. So she's like, oh, you're in wedlock. Now you can go and just link the first fire. So now I have permanently locked myself into the, Yep. I locked myself permanently within the, secret ending. All I have to do now is beat the game, and the secret ending will take place. But we can't go to that point just yet. Also, if you talk to her, she, swears her loyalty to you. Swag? Swag. Today is not a swag kind of evening. Or I guess this evening is not kind of swag. In fact, this evening's making me mad. So, I guess Patches doesn't give a shit.
Wait, just a couple.
Yeah. Supposedly, if this questline went through, Patches would have been able to save Greirat from an inexplicable fate. But because I guess I farted in the wrong direction, and because I breathed a little incorrectly like 4 frames ago, I guess the questline failed. So, sorry if I'm just gonna be a little pissy this evening. I am just not having it. Because questline after questline fails because, oh good lord. Have you beaten Dark Souls 3 before? I have! I have beaten Dark Souls 3, and I was planning on showing off all the questlines. Only problem with that is, I rested at this bonfire, failing one of the questlines, and I bought a miracle from a person who sells miracles, which failed a questline. So, I already showed off all the stuff that happened off stream, but essentially, she's now, like, Sirius right up there, her questline, done, complete, good. And so now, I am, like, so ungodly angry at how things turned out. Also, I apologize if frames are kind of dying. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's a tad wacky, it's a tad goofy even, but whatever, we'll just roll with it. Ugh. It's time for Irithyll Dungeon. And you know what? Fine, I feel that, yeah, it's like, in Dark Souls 1, sure, some of the questlines were a little egregious, like, oh, I have to be sure that Sigmire is above a specific limit of health before anything happens. Yeah, I totally should have known that from the fucking, Greirat's questline. Maybe you're not locked into the secret ending. I know if you reverse, Hollow, it fucks up the ending. But I don't intend on doing that. Or, like, or by killing the lady. I know that there's, like, 1 or 2 ways that you can completely you cuck! There's a couple of ways where you can completely mess it up. I think I'm, like, good. I don't think I'm gonna be failing it in such a bad major way where it literally gets me out of the ending. And if that becomes the case, then cool. Awesome. I'm just gonna have to be doing that ending off stream because that's still the ending that I completely kaputs the first time. And I looked it all up, and supposedly I am basically locked into the ending. Oh, I probably should be swapping to a better shield, huh? But whilst I am not locked in it, and I can still mess it up in a variety of ways, I think as long as I'm not a complete dumbass, I think I should be fine. And you know what? I'm fine by that. Doing the Dark Sigil or doing the Firekeeper. Okay. That's what I figured. I'm not sure entirely how to get the Firekeeper ending because I've never done it before, nor do I know what really happens. I do know what happens, but you know what I mean. Oh no. So, to the people who have not played Dark Souls, these are jailers. If they look at you, they reduce your maximum health. And then they hit you with a basically unescapable grab attack. Which sucks. Tapeworm monster? Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, again, apologies if I'm just gonna be a tad salty this stream. I'm just like, wow, of course, I should have known that the questline would fail, because apparently resting at a bonfire will fail the questline. And I was on track too. All I had to do was get Seaward out of here, out of this specific section. Because, spoiler alert, he gets locked in here again. You want I can tell you how to do it? Alright now. I just want to do the fucking secret ending, that's cool. And of course I'm not going to spoil what happens in the secret ending to anyone who hasn't played it. Or anyone who wants to know what happens when it actually does happen. Up, loser. Bonk, bonk. But, man, I am just... I'm in a way. You ever hear that? You're in a bad way. I'm in a bad way. Not only am I in a bad way, I'm in a mad way. I'm mad. And like, dude, when I was playing Dark Souls 1, I was so... Shut up. I was so afraid of messing up quest lines in Dark Souls 1 because I was like, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I want to show off all the cool quest lines. And you know what? We did every single quest line in Dark Souls 1 except for the one with that Lautrec has. Literally all of them. Perfectly. And even if we fumbled a little bit, we can just pick it back up. I feel like in this game and in Elden Ring, messing up even a single aspect of a quest line, it's just over. The end. Night. Like, Greirat's questline failed because I rested at a bonfire. The Miracle Lady's questline failed because I basically bought a miracle from her, even though I didn't know that, oh, sorry, she's allergic to buying dark miracles. Even though she's fully accepting of them, you can just take them right off your hands. But, okay, I guess, just move. Also, there's this thing on the wall. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you because I can, and I know you guys get aggressive later, so I don't even want to test. So, yeah, just one more time. Sorry if I'm a tad salty. Apologies if anything is like, if I start, you know, getting snappy. I am just... Hey, give us a scream. Oh, he's just dead. You know what? Good. 3? No. But I think we can salvage a couple quest lines. I think Patches is basically over. Supposedly what you would be able to do is you would be able to send Greirat to Irithyll. He'd get locked in prison, and then you can either have Siegmeyer or Patches break out Greirat. But by resting at the bonfire in Irithyll Dungeon, it advances questline, he goes to Irithyll, and dies in a sewer. But you know what? By the quality of that questline, good. Because it was pretty much only going one way, which was in the sewers. You know, I also shouldn't have started off going to the fucking, you know, really annoying jailer section. Wow, okay. That attack certainly didn't connect. Okay, I know. Alright, now I can't roll as effectively. Luckily, the jailers aren't too bad if you just kill them quickly, but still just I really should have started off with just doing the fun DLC stuff, because I kind of actually wanted to start on the DLC today, like do the snowfields and stuff. I wanted to do that, and then I was like, you know what? We don't really need to. Right through my shield, huh? Man. Man, oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, today's just gonna be a normal-ass stream, or this evening's gonna be a normal-ass stream. Just gonna be a little more tense about people wanting things and people telling me things. I shank moron. Oh, well, it worked. I'm dead. Oh, thank God. Okay. Not dying today yet. What is in here? Ah, one of you guys. You know what's funny? I let you out of captivity for a minute second and you're already attacking me. How pathetic. Okay, anyways, time to talk about lore. This is the Profaned Capital. Or specifically that over there is the Profaned Capital. That's where Yorm is, and we gotta go kill him. And I believe... PS3 is favorite game of all time personally. I think this game's bosses are absolutely astonishing. They're so cool. And a little bit better compared to Dark Souls 1's boss. Because sure, like, the designs of the bosses in the last bits of Dark Souls 1 are pretty cool. Like, Thief and specifically the Four Kings. Those look really sick. Especially in the DLC as well. Manus. Oh, delicious. But in this game, the boss design is impeccable. But Jesus Christ, in this game are their quest lines so specific. Like, the most amount of specific a quest line gets in Dark Souls 1 is, oh, apologies, Sigmar may have, like, hiccuped here, and you need to get him above 50% of your health. There's ways to get around it, and you're not technically failing the quest line, you're still getting a pretty damn good reward even if the quest line fails. Like, Solaire, for example, you can summon him for Gwyn, and that's cool. That's really neat. But you don't need it. In this game, it's like, if you fail a quest line, it's mainly just because, man, some just random shit happened. Favorite thing about Souls boss is the lore for me. The lore in Souls games is so goddamn good. And you know what? Like, honestly, props on them for having a trilogy of games that is kind of strung together. I'm excluding Dark Souls 2 because whatever the fuck Dark Souls 2 was trying to do with their lore, man, that backfired hard. But anyways, as I was saying with Dark Souls 1, it's like Dark Souls 1 questline, and personally the world design as well, for me, is a little bit better. In this game, the boss presentation is so much better than in Dark Souls 1. Like, sure, seeing, like, Artorias for the first time is threatening as hell. Okay, there's nothing over here. It's threatening as hell. But in Dark Souls 3, however, you go against some of the final bosses. Oh my god. Like, if the final boss, and you know who I'm talking about, I'm not going to spoil who it is. The final boss in this game had a cutscene. Swear to god, it would be so much better. I kind of wish it did have a cutscene. Because all the other final bosses and all the DLCs have cutscenes, but not the final boss for this game. But I guess that's kind of fitting because it kind of matches Gwyn in a way. Because Gwyn didn't have an intro cutscene. Unless you count him showing up in the first trailer, or first cutscene of the game. But I don't really count that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the blueprint of making Souls. I would be so down if Dark Souls 2 got a remake. And I don't mean a remaster, an entire remake. Like, they need to seriously fix that game. And I would be so down to play it if it was actually playable in the first place. And I get, oh, Moop, you're being salty because you need to level up, you know, invincibility frames. Yeah, I am salty that you need to level up invincibility frames. I'm also salty that 95% of the enemies have a broken hitbox, and 95% of the time it's always the dude with armor with a sword. And you can always say, oh, there's a couple of sections. Yeah, when it's not a giant tiger, specifically 3 of them, it's like, if they just remade Dark Souls 2, but really, really good, I would play the shit out of it. Yes, a shard. I'm not going to beat the shit out of you. I don't know why I decided to Lloyd Talisman them. I guess it's just for more, time. You need to die, bro. Damn. I've never seen the animation of them. Game instantly better. Not only that, like, fix the hitboxes. Oh my god, the hitboxes. The hypocrisy of the hitboxes is baffling. The fact that someone on the design team was like, Lost Sinner needs a hitbox this big, and it's like, oh, but it doesn't match their sword. Exactly. Oh, we're gonna design the fucking, oh, what is it called? We're gonna design a couple of the new bosses for the DLC. What should we make? Oh, we should make an area that's like a snowfield. Yeah, have reindeer attacking them. And it's like, are the reindeer's attacks good? No, it's literally just ramming and then a bunch of bullshit lightning attacks. Okay, should we work on hitboxes? No. What do you mean no? We need to work on no. Well, we need to work on the hitboxes? No. Like, whatever the design team for Dark Souls 2 was doing, clearly was just this back and forth about one person who was very, very adamant on making Dark Souls, quote-unquote, harder by Dark Souls 2 slander. Dark Souls 2 fucking blows. Like, design-wise, cool. It has some cool stuff in it. Oh, nice, thank you. But I fucking hate Dark Souls 2 so goddamn much. And I get it. Dark Souls 2 is not a bad game inherently. It just had a very troubled development. But you know, a troubled development doesn't always have to mean it has a result in a bad game. Like, Cyberpunk had a very troubled development, and it came out very troubled. And they worked on it. With Dark Souls 2, they did jack shit the moment it came out. It's like, oh, here's a DLC. Oh, are the hitboxes fixed for a couple of enemies? No. Did we fix the thing with, like, the bullshit iframe leveling up? No. I quit after the second boss. Dude, I fucking quit after playing the first tutorial. When I realized that you can level up iframes, I was done the moment that happened. And then I played a little bit more of it, and I was like, man, this game just fucking sucks. And listen, I'm very forgiving with From Software's game choices, or like game design-wise. Like Elden Ring, for example, they didn't have a thing to track NPC quest lines in an open-world game. And they kind of fixed that. They made it so that way you can check where all the stuff is, right? Dark Souls 2? No, get fucked. Moron. L. You're a mimic, you are not. I'm just... Fuck. Ooh, you're the upside down mimics. Weird. So yeah, these ones would be in Dark Souls 2. Oh, did you know, I want to actually have a fun fact about the Dark Souls 2 mimics in particular. Did you know that their hitbox extends behind their body? So if you decide to... Wow, are you fucking kidding me? That item, I think, is gone forever now. I literally won't be able to check what that item is, unless it's still there. And if it's still there, cool. If it's not, wow. Man, I'm just... Fuck. The amount of enemies was absurd. The amount of enemies was like... Okay. The approach to difficulty that they took for Dark Souls 2 was not only the worst possible decision they could have made, they also approached it in the worst way possible. It's like, sure, you can have enemies in your video game to make it harder. That's, you know, the jailers exist in this case. Oh, fuck off, you pathetic whelp. It's like, the jailers in this game exist, you know, because they're spooky and they're scary, and they're meant to be a threatening foe. And like these guys, they're just here. If this was Dark Souls 2, there would be a jailer literally around every single... Around every single fucking corner. I'm just fucking tired. That was a lot of souls gone, and I'm pretty sure that item is also gone forever. Man, I just wish I was having a fun time right now, but... Ugh. Like, I don't like to get salty about Dark Souls, because I love this series, but... Fucking come on, guys. Look at Frank here. It doesn't help that I'm also just, like, tired as shit. Like, I woke up mad, and I went to sleep mad. Or actually, no. You know what? I woke up with sunshine coming out of my ass, essentially. I went over and I did all this cool shit, right? Super cool stuff. Got Pontiff down on first try. Aldrich, 2 attempts. Still not bad. And you know what? Good. That was good. And then I took a nap, and then I woke up. 2 quest lines failed. Sirius is gone. You lost 40k souls, and the item that you got from a mimic is probably gone forever. Enjoy your luck, pal. Mad, 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 mad. Probably the most mad you'll ever see me get in this game. But that's also a complete fucking lie. You're gonna see me against Sister Freed. I am literally going to be snapping controllers like they're fucking chopsticks. That's also a complete lie. I don't bother with, I don't do the whole controller breaking stuff at least anymore. Should have seen me back when I was playing Dead Cells when I was like 14. That was aggressive. I'm also just gonna be... Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna be on Ember because I just want to fucking be alive. I don't know if I should be still there. I fucking hope it's still there. Hell, if I'm losing that. Okay, that was a nice chunk of my health that was gone. That's a nice chunk, and that's a fall, and... Will I wake up and die instantly? No. Good. Want to be sure that Dark Souls 3 is very, Dark Souls 3 right now is very adamant on just making sure that I'm having the worst time possible. Like, what do I hate most? Failing quest lines and dying. Hey, what do you want? Failing quest lines and die and lose everything. Luckily, that was only like 5 minutes worth of soul grinding with the method I've been developing. So, it wasn't too bad. Okay, this giant is going down now. Okay. Can't see. But yeah, apologies if I start snapping at people in chat or like being a little pissy. You just guys should know that like I try to remain calm and cool and collected during my streams. If something bad happens, that means something definitely hit the fan. And it was most definitely shit. Okay, cool. But man, I cannot believe that a questline was failed because of a bonfire. And I'm sorry to keep going on about this, but why? Who thought that was a good decision? Of course, the questline should have failed when I touched the bonfire. Why wouldn't it? Alright, I think this leads back over to where you discover a secret area. Shit, you're gonna see me get, like, inconceivably pissed upon arrival when it comes down to the goddamn... Are you ready for this? The goddamn... what is it called? No, I forgot the name of it. Secret ending. If I mess that up, I'm gonna be furious. Which questline? Greirat's questline. Apparently, if you send them to Irithyll Bonfire, or Irithyll, just general, you just send them to Irithyll, and you're like, go scrounge for shit, I guess. If you tell them to do that, and then you go and do a bunch of other stuff, if you light and rest at the Irithyll Dungeon Bonfire before a couple of other things, I don't know the specifics. Apparently, because I rested at the Irithyll Bonfire, specifically the dungeon one, resting at that bonfire fails the quest line instantly, because you're not supposed to be at Irithyll Dungeon at the time of Greirat's retrieval of stuff in Irithyll. So now, Greirat is permanently dead because I rested at a checkpoint. Cool. Hog. Good. You know, like, the least issue that would happen was like, oh, I accidentally did all of Siegmeyer's questline in Dark Souls 1, and now Sieglind is a little out of sync. You just have to talk to her like 3 times. And then the questline instantly fixed. Boom. But in this one, I rested at a bonfire and it failed a questline. And then you want to know what the other bullshit part was? I failed another questline, and this... Get the fuck off me, you scoundrels. Ooh. No rat deaths today, please. Like, I'm already on edge. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where fucking tea kettle steam is gonna pop out of my ears. Okay, is the item still there? Okay. My mind is satiated for just a moment. Pretty good ring that I probably would want for an achievement later, so good. Just ooh. But what was I gonna say? Eternia's questline, the one where it's like the miracle lady. Yeah, obviously, I should have known that if you go do her questline and give her a braille are you fucking gonna be getting out of this? If you give her a braille tome, you know, in which she can do miracles and such like that, you give her that braille tome, specifically the dark braille tome, yeah. Oh, did you know that if you purchase a dark braille tome from the lady who's totally accepting of it, she just dies. She dies, you have to go fight, fucking, who was it? You have to go fight Morn, or whatever his name is. Dickhead with the stupid shield. You have to go fight him, because Eternia just dies. Also, here's a pretty cool area. Here's a dragon torso ring, and I'm probably dead. Okay. But, you fail her questline if you buy a miracle that she was totally fine with. It's like, if she rejected it, I accidentally killed her the same way along. I restarted my run after that. It's so bullshit! Why do they have that? It's so dumb! Oh, yes, obviously. Because I gave the miracle lady a miracle tome that she was totally fine with and bought one miracle from her, of course she would have died. Obviously, you know, right? Like, we should have just known this. Just put in the fucking stupid Patrick Bateman meme where he's like with Willem Dafoe, and they do the thing where it's like, oh, obviously, duh. Like, yeah, should have known that. Durr. And I guess she does say like, oh, well, these are bad miracle tomes. If you accept it, she doesn't give you the option to reject or like take it back. No, she doesn't have that option. Also, did I kill it? Weird. Guess that one was just dead upon arrival. But I'm just... I don't know why she doesn't say anything. Kind of funny how the DS3 best ending for NPCs is not finishing the questline. Exactly! Like, I was literally better off failing Eternia's questline because of her amount of bullshit. Elden Ring pretty much my first Soul game when I finished the game. Gotta try it. Sorry, okay, I'm being really salty about Dark Souls. I would highly recommend play the first one. It's so much fun. And I know I'm being snappy about the quest lines. It's just about the quest lines. Like, you know, quest lines in a game like this is pretty hard. Quest line you start to feel so you're supposed to start the Leonhards. I successfully did Sirius's quest, which I'm pretty sure is the first complete quest line that we did. And even then, I literally wasn't able to do it on stream because it was time sensitive. If I hadn't gone over and defeated Horus in the Pit of Hollows... There's a person behind her, isn't there? No. Very... Xanthus. Interesting. But, if you, what is it? If you... wait, what was I saying? Oh, we did Sirius's questline, and it was time sensitive. So if I fucked it up, it was gone forever. So apologies that I didn't do it on stream, but you have to understand my reasoning. It's just because if I wasn't there and I didn't do the quest line before moving to Irithyll Dungeon, done. Instantly. Would have just been finished right from the get-go. I wish so many quest lines were not time sensitive. Like, why? Like, the most amount of shenanigans that were held in Dark Souls 1 was like, oh, you accidentally saved this NPC before this NPC. But you can still recover it. It's not like dead forever. In this one, it's like, oh, I am so sorry, Your Majesty, for resting at this bonfire and buying this miracle from a lady who's totally fine with it. 2 questlines failed. Pog. Cool. Awesome. I'm also dabbing right now, if you couldn't tell. Alright tonight? No. Rats. Bunch of fucking dinguses. Like, I don't know the lore on this place. All I know is that Yorm is here. I do know the lore on Yorm, so apologies if I'm not the most adamant to talk about Dark Souls lore. But I am, like, I'm sweating. Not with how mad I am, I'm just sweating to be sure that any questlines are not about to completely fail because I breathed in the wrong direction. That's a cool Cole-looking anime. That's a cool Cole-looking design. I like its skull. It's pretty sick. This is when questlines were linear, you didn't have to go out of your way. Exactly! Yes! You perfectly explained it. They were so goddamn linear. You know what you do with, fucking Solaire? You just have to be human in a couple spots. And even then, it allowed for some leeway. Like, you didn't have to be human in every area, but there were, like, 1 or 2 bosses you could miss. Like, gargoyles, the fucking, gaping dragon. Like, you could miss 1 or 2 of those. And the questline would still go on. It's fun. It's a fun questline. And sure, there's a couple of nuances here or there, like, you have to do this before this. But that's the most specific it ever gets, is with the Sunlight Maggot. I guess another specific part would be Sigmayr's health after the first demon encounter with the Chaos Eaters. That one, he has to be above 50% of his health. Which I find annoying, but annoying. Not questline failing. Oh, good lord. And even then, you still get a good reward for— wow, we kicked these guys' ass. They're actually pretty over-leveled for this place. But, oh man, I am fucking annoyed as all hell. And I don't want to make the wrong impression. These games are so much fun, and I would highly recommend them. You just gotta know that you're not gonna get all your quest lines done in your first playthrough. This is my second, and I'm using a walkthrough, and I still failed them. So, like, give yourself a little bit of a break if you fuck something up. But, like, I kind of want this run to be my achievement hunting run, and now I can't because I can't purchase all the miracles. Also, this dude, this is Laddersmith Gilligan, who we don't actually meet in-game. He's in Dark Souls 2, and the reason why he's a laddersmith is just, or I guess the reason why there's so many ladders is because he's the laddersmith. I guess he just died up here trying to get all these riches. But, supposedly he probably was trying to reach for like a high shelf and just got flung off. But that's Laddersmith Gilligan, and he's an NPC we'll probably never meet because I really don't want to play Dark Souls 2, because screw the quest lines in Dark Souls 2 even more, to be honest. Also, look at that texture on the ground. The beautiful seam. Climb up. And up. And boop. And fun. But man. Headaches. Like, I just really want to just do this quest line without having the nuances. And, okay, I really don't want to complain about these fucking quest lines the whole stream and just get on with it, but I still have one more complaint. It's that I wish that the wiki for these quest lines is a little... how do I describe this? It's detailed, no doubt. Like, you can definitely grasp a lot of information from it. It's just that I kinda wish that it just had a little more, I guess, test runs is the best way I can describe it. Because they have these things called player tests, where a player does something, and then they report it to the wiki, and then they add it to the wiki. So, for example, if a person, per se, messed up one part of a quest line, but still managed to get it, they can make a player report and say, hey, this happens if you do this, and it still does the quest line, and then they add it. It's just that I kind of wish there was a couple more examples, because apparently lighting this bonfire failed Grigorat's quest and shit, and just all this shenanigans. It would be absolutely hilarious watching you play Dark Souls 2. It would be the most fucking aggravating stream you would ever see in your entire life. It's like watching a constant panic attack. Because, oh my... I fucking hate Dark Souls 2. Like, I honestly would play Dark Souls 2. There's probably a mod for it. I would be so down with playing Dark Souls 2 if there were two mods. One, fix the broken hitboxes. Two, remove the ability to level up iframes. Then I would be so down with playing it. But not now. Not right now. Like, if you saw me boot up Dark Souls 2 directly after failing all those quests, it would literally be like watching the angry German kid in motion. You know what I mean? Just that unbridled rage. And like, I'm not a controller smashy type or a person who generally gets really pissed at things. Like, I can get pissy and salty, but you're not going to see me go absolutely batshit mad. Like, this is probably the maddest I've ever been in a while, and even then, like, nothing's really been happening. You see me boot up Dark Souls 2, I am going to rip a hole in my monitor with how fucking pissed that game makes me. Just why the design choices. And I get, like, Dark Souls 2 isn't for everyone. I get that there are some people who genuinely enjoy Dark Souls 2. And they're like, Dark Souls 2 is really cool. To call Dark Souls 2 the best game is basically saying, hey, I like unadulterated garbage. Like, the graphics are repeating. Everything, it just looks like bloom garbage. Which Dark Souls version, which DS2 version we play? Preferably Scholar of the First Sin, because that's the only one I have, and that's probably the only one I'm going to be rolling with, because, I mean, it's the, like, most updated version, and I guess in reality I probably won't be playing Dark Souls 2 all too much, but the moment I get my hands on mods with that game that fix a lot of the broken shit, is going to be Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin with mods. But I'm not sure if there is, like, if there are mods on, like, Nexus or whatever that allow for, like, fixed hitboxes. Because to fix a hitbox in Dark Souls is aggravating from what I've seen. And to fix a bunch of broken hitboxes is downright insane. So the first Sin is worse than the original. I know, because they added DLC for the worst game ever. That's the reason why. Nah, I'm just kidding. But, I believe there's also a giant hand baby behind this door. Can you give me a hand baby? There's 2 of them. I did not realize there were 2 of them. There are 3 of them. I did not realize there are 3 of them. Man, that sucks. This is toxic. Right. This is toxic. Oh. That cool. And they added more enemies. Really? Oh. No, that's cool. Okay. Wow, this room fucking blows. How am I gonna cleanse this? Oh, you guys can go through that. Okay. Cool. I'm toxic and being harassed by babies. Awesome. But, I didn't know that Dark Souls 2 added more enemies. And I'm gonna give Dark Souls 2 the benefit of the doubt. Some of the boss designs are pretty badass. Looking Glass Knight, like, you can't fault me for liking Looking Glass Knight. That looks so fucking cool. And, sure, a couple of the design areas, I'm like, okay, I can understand. That looks pretty neat. I like that. But, I didn't know they had more enemies in the DLC. Oh, or in the finished version. Or quote-unquote finished version. I refuse to call Dark Souls 2 a finished game. There's also, I believe, an invader up here, or just some random schmuck that I'm gonna have to rest. Oh, another baby. Pog. But, I believe Sigward is up here. Huck. That's all I'm gonna say. Right down there, Huck. I'm gonna unlock this shortcut before anything else. There is one. But, man, I'll also say, Dark Souls 2, New Game Plus, actually fun. That sounds like such a fun idea, and I'm not being sarcastic when I say this. Dark Souls 2 New Game Plus type sounds actually kind of fun. Imagine if Dark Souls 1 had Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1 had Dark Souls 2 New Game Plus. That would be fun! Like Gravelording, that would be so much fun! But they didn't, and I'm kind of sad about that. Because it was only in Dark Souls 2. Which means that in order to play the best and most fun New Game Plus cycle, I have to play Dark Souls 2. And I'm not being sarcastic when I'm saying that it's honestly a really neat concept. Add more enemies, but make the new enemies kind of tough. Like, that's cool. I like that. It adds that new Game Plus difficulty. It's sick. You're dying. I'm toxic, I'm gonna be kicking your ass. Oh my god, what is that damage, bro? Okay, luckily that does like 0 damage. Hey, bitch. Plunge attack. Don't. I'm just so... I don't really want to apologize a lot, but I'm just so sorry that I'm, like, incredibly salty today. I'm just... Like, I didn't expect so many things to go wrong. Like, why did everything go wrong? It could have just been one thing, and it would have been fine with that. And then it would have been like, oh, shucks, I missed that cutscene. Or, damn, I missed that quest line. Or, sure, that one thing happened, and now it's kind of meh. No. What happened today was a fucking travesty. 2 questline failed at the same time because of shenanigans that were out of my control is not what you like to see. Don't grab me. Don't grab me, baby. The fact that I have a butt attack really just means I did not care about this enemy in the slightest. They were like, this thing is becoming the poop monster. Gonna do butt attacks. Okay. Well, there's still 3 down there. Cool, and they're all aggro. I guess. Equip. You. And... I probably should have embered, right? I probably should have just saved that. Let's be frank here, I should have saved that. You actual bastard! You rat! Oh my god. And now I'm dead because toxic. Man, the temptation to literally just go end stream and watch Top Gear and just eat ice cream is so tempting right now. Did you get the key to Sigward's cell? I think. If it's the jailer ring or like the fucking, what is it? What even is it called anymore? Cell key, jailer ring's key, jailbreaker's key, old cell key, tower key. I think if it's not one of those multiple assortment of keys, then I have no idea where the hell Sigward is, and he's probably gonna die. And if I fail that quest line, I am going to just fart. I'm gonna fart, and then I'm gonna die. That's that in that order specifically. But oh, I do have an undead bone shard I can burn, I guess. Not like that's gonna help in the slightest. Some might say that actually might make it worse. Just to have that cruel and unusual punishment of me having to just spend all 8 years of my life having to go back and burn something for nothing. The chest next to the mimic. Yes, then we did in fact get it. We did get it. Everything is well in the world. So far, we're not... Nothing's bad yet! But of course, there is room to die. And room to fail. Because it's probably gonna happen. What's Sigward's quest? Where was Sigward's cell now that I think about it? I know it's like in nearby the Profane Capital area. It might even be... Oh, it might actually literally just be up that ladder and up there. Probably. Oh, that would have been helpful. That really would... Yeah, no, that would have been helpful. I was gonna say not even a little bit ago. No, it just would have been helpful because Toxic Swamp. Hog. Alright, and then I can just do this. Check this out. Hey, Stinky. Yeet. Delicious. If there's one thing I love in this game, it's plunge attacks. And if there's one thing I love even more in this game, plunge attacks off ladders by being able to drop them off of them. I really wish that was in Dark Souls 1, because oh my god, the amount of times an enemy is able to climb up a ladder. It's actually quite a lot of enemies. But in this game, being able to just drop off a ladder whenever and just do a clean, beautiful slice. Just... beautiful. Sure, you take a little bit of damage, but that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Wait, what does a Purging Stone do? Oh, reduces undead curse buildup and cures halting, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to do one of those, do we? I love we get a proper remake of Dark Souls 1. I don't even think Dark Souls 1 really needs a... I guess, probably. Here's the situation that I face with Dark Souls 1, is that in half of my heart, I'm like, it's a perfect, beautiful, elegant game. And the other half of my heart's like, no, half game fucking blows. Like, the last little bits of Dark Souls 1... Look. There's an illusory wall here, isn't there? Probably rubbish is the true... Wow, really? There was just an item with rubbish and this random room. No, wait, surely not, right? I think I'm actually becoming a schizophrenic. Like, I know I occasionally show off my more insane sides in Dark Souls. Wow, there was just a piece of rubbish on that and a room with nothing in it. That probably had like a quest line in it or something. But yeah, in a part of my heart, I'm like, dude, a Dark Souls remake would be so cool. But in my other side, I'm like, it's good. It's good the way it is. Remake Dark Souls 2. That's all I ask in life. Okay, that's... Yep. Okay. That hitbox did hit me. And I'm not being sarcastic again. That hitbox did hit me. I am just a dumbass. Oh, Sorcerer's Staff. I think that's Big Hat Logan's or some shit. Listen, I'm like super salty and I don't even want to discuss the lore. Because like, as much as I can bring out the lore tables and talk about all this really cool shit, just... Salt is running through my veins at an impeccable rate. Sigward, are you in? Could be in that. Oh, you know what it is? It's this shit. Oh, fuck. I remember this. You have to jump into the open window. Who thought this was a good design? Why? It's so missable and so annoying. Who thought this was a good idea? Maybe mark it with some candles or some shit. Alright, I think this means that we can save Sigward. Yep. Sigward, my old friend.
Ah, you are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegfried of Catarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Ah, no, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon.
Give me a sec. Chess, old cell key. Profane ladder down, bypass and rubble, hits the headless gargoyles, and show up right before the stairs anew. The corridors driven with holes and floor. NPC drops Logan's scroll. And the gold server. 6 for saving from the cell and entering. Okay. Alright. This quest line is now, I'm pretty sure, if I did not mess anything up, good. I also apologize if that took a little bit, but really just... Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, hold on. I want to test something. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that. If you hold back while doing a jump, you just plant your feet firmly on the ground instead of doing an annoying roll. Unless that just... Wait. Unless that just happens when you're doing a jump that doesn't require... a roll, because I think I might just be an absolute... I think I might actually literally now be a complete and total schizophrenic. Like, you saw the transformation happen during stream. This is what happens. I really should have stocked up on arrows, because now I kind of want to do this. You. Come over to this ladder, and, come over to this really cool ladder. It's forged by a guy, Laddersmith Gilligan. You may know him. Pretty cool. And they stop chasing until I'm down. Cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if I literally don't kill Sigward, the quest line is now good. We are good. We have acquired the good ending. If this doesn't work, I am going to shit myself live on camera, and you'll be able to see it happen live. How far are you into this playthrough? Like 17 hours. We got Aldrich. We got Abyss Watchers. We got through a lot of the areas. We're just kind of cleaning up the last little bits that we need to do, which is basically just... It's essentially now it's only just Irithyll Dungeon, Yorm, and then probably won't be... I probably will do Dancer on stream because you kind of get locked into it. But I'll show off everything and stuff and all that cool shenanigans. But so far, in terms of how far we are into a playthrough, considering that we're 17 hours in and we're now getting to the last Lord Soul, I'd say we're actually making some pretty good progress, because, I mean, shave off like 7 hours that I spent going off of stream and farming items. And that's, I mean, 10 hours. Not bad. I'm pretty sure that all syncs up with all the streams that we've been doing. Unless it's like 11, but I think that we're all synced up with 10 hours, so that's pretty nice. I like that. That's a nice good time. I want to test something. Fuck these babies. I'm just gonna do this. Oh god. Debate. Nerd. Hahaha. Sure, I'm heavy rolling, but who? Really? Wait, no, are you kidding me? The reward for going in here and having to get all these guys is 3 purging stones? Are you kidding me? Wait, now I'm actually mad. What? I was so happy about being like a smartass and doing all this stuff. It's 3 purging stones? Also, sorry, I meant to say, oh no, all my souls are gone. I'm just gonna let this happen. Good. I fought Dance with the pyro abilities thing ever. Pyromancy is so much fun in the Dark Souls series. I love Pyromancy. And like, okay, good. I don't care if I don't care if I was embered. I don't care if anything happens. My brain is satiated that we do not have to go back there and grab 5k or 50k worth of souls. Because if I lost that, like, sure, I can just grind it out again, but, you know, insanity only goes so far before a person actually goes insane.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Dumping into what I'm good at, which is just hitting things with a big stick. Alright, but I think it's time. Wow, my eyes are starting to hurt. I'm getting like that kind of shit where like I'm getting to the point where I'm so pissed that I'm no longer like how do I describe this? I'm having a what's the best way I can describe this? It's almost prideful how pissed I am. Like, I'm taking pride that the fact that you use like the sacrifice ring in order to not lose any souls, but I'm still just pissed. Like, cool, 3 purging stones from having to literally kill myself. Cool. Also, there's a profaned flame. At least I think that's. Oh my god. At least I think that's exactly what it is. But yeah, it's time to go fucking whoop Yorm down here. And this time, I'm gonna calm myself down just a little bit. Just enough. That way I can go through this area. Not be super mad, but just mad enough. It's good to be mad. It's good to have emotions. But I think this quest line, oh my god, the damage. I also thought I was losing maximum health. I'm just not empty. So good. I'm glad that it was only just something as simple as that. Because I thought if I was losing maximum health because of these guys. Hey bro. What's going on? Got Yorm a couple days. I wish the boss fight was better. Wow, are you fucking kidding me? I think it's a really cool fight. Although I do kind of wish that there were other ways of beating him. Imagine if it was like a gimmick fight, but it was like the Pursuer, where you had ballistas around the area, and you had to fire at Yorm, not maybe from a distance, but you had to fight Yorm using those ballistas. Like, you had to shoot him where its like kneecaps were, or like where its arms were, to disable different parts of its body, and then you can go in for like criticals and stuff. Like, that would be pretty cool. And like, you have to use the environment. It's like the, what is it, the Archdragon, but like, I guess just better in every way. Because I like gimmick fights. They're not so bad. Like, Rykard in Elden Ring was so fucking cool. I loved it. And then in this game, it's like, yay, it's Yorm. Okay, what about Yorm? You hit him with a cool weapon. And no, nothing else. I just wish you could use like the cool environmental stuff, because using the environments to kill stuff is pretty neat. I just wish it wasn't so easy when the only time that they ever did it was on a dragon you can kill in literally one hit. Like, cool. Such potential has been utterly wasted on a dragon. This will be a big gargoyle is going to drop down. Would you look at this? Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Oh my god, that scuttle was so good. Wait, that was actually a brilliant scuttle. Like, fucking send me on the Dark Souls design team. I could... Crazy game. If you saw the shit that I had in my game ideas notes that I have on my phone, you would genuinely think that it was probably just psychopath behavior, but still pretty sick. Okay, send the butcher a couple maidens. Maidens. And okay. We're not dead. That's good. We are kicking. Are these guys just focusing these two mimics? Or I think it's only one mimic, but you get the sense of it. Or are they just looking at two chests adamantly? Okay. Oh. And kick. Alright. You're a mimic. Oh, you both are mimics, really? Good. I can just... Duo sleep. Nighty night. Love that they snore. Alright, and let's... Super slow when it comes to Souls. It took me 50 hours to get here, not to mention the 100 hours in my first Elden Ring playthrough. Elden Ring, when I played that for the first time, I adore Souls games. So when I was playing Elden Ring, it took me about maybe, like, I want to say, probably a couple hours. It took me, I think, 46 hours to get to mid-game, and 120 to beat. Which, from what I've seen of a bunch of other people playing it, it's not actually that bad of a time. It's actually pretty quick, to be honest. Okay, anyways. I don't want to get on this topic, because it's time to go fight Yorm. And you know what? Cool fight. Also, look at my souls. That is a good even number. Big word.
Yorm, old friend. I, Siegward of the Knights of Catarina, have come to uphold my promise. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
Alright. Now Sigward's in the fight. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I skipped that incredible scream, but apologies. Alright, so the way this fight works... Oh, we kind of missed it, but I'll show it up here. Only a storm can fill... I don't know what that last part said. I forgot. Oh, wrong one. So I need to do what Sigward's doing. I need to charge up wind, and then do this. And all we need to do is just do this. And I want to make sure that Sigward doesn't die, but it might happen. So this guy actually does a hefty amount of damage. Sigward's actually pretty tanky, so it might be good. Oh shit. Okay. Let's play bait for a second. Alright, come on, Sigward. Oh, fuck. Oh, wrong one. Fucking damn it. Nice! The fucking duo finish. Hell yeah, dude. Alright. So, let's provide a little bit of context on what that was all about. So, to explain it briefly, Yorm was one of the Lords of Cinder. He was a giant, as you know, as he looked, and he ruled over this capital. And a bunch of humans basically didn't trust him, and they're like, "Oh, he's a giant, grr." And so they didn't really hate him. But Yorm was like, "Hey, I'm the only one to protect you guys. You better shut up." But Yorm had these two weapons that were called Storm Ruler, and there were two of them. One of them was given to Sigward, because I'm pretty sure Sigward was like the only person who was sympathetic about Yorm and was like genuinely friends with him. And the other one he gave to, I guess he just kept, because it was right by his throne. So, we basically took those two Storm Rulers and whooped his ass. And that's the reason, and also that's why Sigward was talking about a grave promise he had to keep, was because he needed to go kill Yorm. So, that's that done.
It seems I am in your debt once again. My thanks. I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast.
Let's hit it. Right.
To your valor, and my old friend Yorm.
Come on.
Long may the sun shine.
Yeah! We synced it. Let's go. Alright.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast. You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty.
Alrighty. And I believe... Oh.
Unkindled one.
God, is that you? Sounding a little weak.
Fire fades and awaits its one last lord.
Hell nah, bro. What the fuck is this?
Prince Lothric is in your hands.
I'm, partially invisible now.
Please save his soul.
You nearly hear you that are invisible right now, dumbass. Yeah, where the fuck am I? What the hell happened? Oh, hold on, I have to slap on my garments. Oh, what the hell? You know, you don't have to teleport me via, like, I don't know, teleportation like that, because you're scaring the shit out of me every single time you do. Okay. I guess, probably resistances. You good there?
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be. A lore.
A lore? Well, I can explain the lore. Hey. Sure, Way of Blue. Guess we don't really... Okay, it's just put this here. Who turned out the lights? Who turned out the door? Oh, what the fuck? I assume you're not a friend, huh? Alright. And yes, I have seen the cutscene before. Yeah, so this is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. One of my favorite fights, probably in the entire game. It is beautiful in so many goddamn ways. And I might honestly kick their ass. But the music, quiet. It's so elegant. The way her footsteps don't even, like, make a sound. Or barely any. The way she moves. Almost hypnotic. Now it's time for Lawnmower. Oh boy. Oh! Wow. That fucking sucked. Okay. You gotta admit, that was actually pretty good. At least for the first time. So yes, this is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Infamous for being... And I want to say this because I've always heard about this boss back in Dark Souls 3. Like, not when it was really starting off, but basically... Also, I need to go back here to fetch something. People basically were talking about it as like one of, if not the hardest base game boss. And I've seen a couple of people call it like the Artorias of this game, and I can see it. And minus DLC, of course. But Dancer's one of my faves. Dude, Dancer is so good. And also, yes, Sigward eventually, because he has to fulfill his promise, did die. Which is a shame, but such is the way of life. You know what? So be it. He did fulfill his promise, so good for him. But I will tell you right now, an interesting little tidbit that I don't think is really mentioned a lot. So in Dark Souls 1, oh, we're also gonna have to talk about something that's just about to happen, but I'll tell it in a moment. In Dark Souls 1, if you guys remember the oh, who was it? I think it was called like Lord's Blade Kareem? Or Karen or something like that. Essentially, she's like this lady who had the twin blades. She had the Dark Silver Tracer and the Gold Tracer. Both of those were pretty powerful weapons, and she was able to wield them both very elegantly. And she wore blue armor and a mask. There were multiple of those knights, which makes me wonder. I wonder if this one's associated with them. Also, by the way, I'm like, I believe her grab attack is always an insta-kill no matter what. That grab attack. I think, from what I remember, that is an insta-kill no matter what happens. But yeah, seriously, this is such a cool fight. And also, this entire place can be lit on fire. As evidenced by the fact that it's being lit on fire. Okay. I'll read all chat messages in a moment. I apologize. You can kind of not fault me for needing to take a second. Ow. That hurt. I'm dead. Ow. I know it's basic, but Lord of Cinder is really good as well. It was really good. Of course, I'm not going to be spoiling who it is, because I kind of want the people who, of course, haven't played the game to not know, to have that remain ambiguous, but whatever. I might also literally just run in there with a, I'm going to run in there with a Ring of Sacrifice and go grab my souls, because that's like a lot of souls I could go spend. Okay, and you gotta admit, it's pretty cool when I get to fucking second phase without literally taking any damage. It's pretty sick. It's just that last phase, like lawnmower phase is what I like to call it, she just rips you apart. And you know what? Good. This fight's sick. I kind of wanted to get grabbed by that grab attack to show off when it happens. Yeah, if you notice, when I said gold and dark silver tracer, like that leaves a gold mark like the gold tracer, and the dark silver tracer is it's not an insta kill if you have a lot of health. Well, would you look at that? Turns out I didn't. But yeah, I from what I remember, people were talking about, oh yeah, it's an insta kill every time, but yeah, it probably is just not an insta-kill. It's probably just because it does a heap of a lot of damage. But, You know, I'm glad that Dancer is kicking my ass, and I think this is the first time we've ever died to a boss fight more than once. Which is weird to say because, I mean, Pontiff went down like a bitch. Aldrich, I got insta-killed the first time I went in there, and then whooped their ass. And I say their, not as in their pronouns there, as in there are multiple people in the one body. Strength, fuck it. 40's like the soft cap, so we're just gonna do that.
Farewell, Ashen Myth.
Now I don't feel bad for dying. But, it's like, Aldrich went down pretty easily, a couple of other bosses went down really easily, and I'm glad that this fight is as hard as it is, because this is like, I consider this what is known as a midway boss, where it's like, it's a boss, or no, a skill check, that's probably the correct term, it's a skill check, making sure like, hey, did you pick up on boss fight patterns? And granted, the last couple of boss fights have had insane amounts of summons, but I still think that this one might go down in easy. Probably not. Or I guess maybe like a little bit of a, maybe like 1 or 2 attempts here or there, but I don't think it's going to go down as bad as on my first playthrough. If you saw my first playthrough attempts, you would have thought I was playing blindfolded. Just how fucking bad it was. Awful. Okay, get the 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh. And I love how, like, graceful it is. It's not like, it's almost not like even a fight, it's more like a ballet. You know what I mean? All these, like, moving parts. And that grab attack with the whisper, oh. It's like, oh yeah, you're fucked the moment that happens. Okay, now it's time for Lawnmower. Oh, that could have instantly fucking killed me. Oh, frame drop. I'm so sorry. Okay, nothing cool happened while that was happening. I'm sorry that there are a couple frame drops here and there when it comes down to this fight. I'm sure you can understand why. Because big fight, lot of stuff. Things aren't gonna get easier. I'm dead. Woo! Yeet! What? Oh. Oh. That felt so nice. Ah. It's like sipping a fucking pina colada on a beach is what that fight is. It's so good. Place the base and at the station. Heading night. Man. That is such a fucking fun fight. Like, I can't get mad anytime I die to Dancer, because I'm just like, oh, but it's so cool! It's like Artorias. It's like, when you're dying to Artorias, you're just like, kind of like, oh man, that killed me, but it was so sick! Dancer is probably one of my favorite fights in the Soul series, alongside, like, Artorias and a couple of other rare exceptions. Because I don't really have favorite fights in the Soul series. It's either they're dead or they're not. But Dancer and Artorias definitely stick out for me, because they're both, like, they're good checks for skill. Like, not too bullshit, not too annoying. Sure, maybe, like, 1 or 2 things here or there that might be considered, like, oh, did that hit me? Or, oh, did this happen? But, you know what I mean? Nice. Very nice. And we got through that in about 1 hour and 30, so we can keep going. What do we got? Soothing Sunlight. Cool. Dancer's Enchanted Swords. Cool. I'm pretty sure both of these kind of suck, which is sad to say. We're absolutely taking that Great Machete, and we are... I'm just gonna take this, and you may be asking yourself, hey Moop, why are you taking the random stupid Miracle instead of the cool blades? Well, there's a very good reason for that, and that's because I want Miracles for a stupid achievement. And I really don't want to miss out on it my second playthrough. Doing it there. But wow, what a fucking fun fight. I love the Dancer. Such a cool design. And and I'm like, occasionally there will be some times where I'm like, oh, Dancer probably wasn't too good there. It's like, that's something so much improved as a player. That's true. They really teach you the ins and outs of the game. And I listen to me. There are some bosses where the design I think is cool in Dark Souls 2. I cannot, with any amount of like dignity, say that any of the bosses in Dark Souls 2 are actually good. Because you know what it is? It's like, wow, it looks so cool, and I'm dead because of a hitbox. Oh, that's a pretty cool attack, and I'm dead because I got caught in a roll. Oh, that design's so cool, and it was another delete attack. You know what I mean? Also, these guys are holding their heads, and we're about to go to this one. But, I mean, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 will always have, like, a special place in my heart for those cool-ass fights. I need to draw a Dancer sometime. Anyways, the same armor as you. Should I do the same thing? Oh, I shouldn't do the same thing, shouldn't I? You. Who in the hell makes a statue that bleeds to open up a little entryway to the actual main castle? Also, I love this so much. Because you think it's gonna, like, go back and reveal a secret area, or, like, go back and those little bottom bits would reveal, like, a stairs. Like a huge set of stairs, and, nope. It's just a ladder. Do you draw? Yes, I draw quite a lot, actually. I have, my Twitter is always in the description, and that's where I post, like, 95% of my art. And I guess my Reddit, too, because I only really use Reddit to flex post art. We did a bunch of drawing streams as well. They're all in the live tab. I guess there's not really a good way I can show an example without having to completely pause the stream and download a thing in order to show it, but needless to say, I do draw a hell of a lot, mainly with Sharpies. And Sharpies are forever going to be my favorite medium to work with. It's just so... It's like the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. It's super elegant, and it feels really cool to pull off. I gotta deal with these schmucks again. And now we're getting to the point where we're not actually we're not really over leveled. We're getting to the point where we're actually quite leveled. And you know what? Good. Take a look. Alrighty. Look. Mainly I draw video game characters. Like, if you told me, hey, draw an OC, you wouldn't catch me dead being able to draw one. Oh, wait, what? Oh, fuck. There was an item up there. If I step on this is a toxic swamp. We'll, Osiris later, I guess. Like. Alright, we'll have to visit Osiris later. The boss fight that's up ahead is also pretty cool. Am I just... I guess we kind of have to go there now, huh? That sure is a damn-ass location. That sucks. And that thing sucks even more. I don't want to die. I hate how it immediately starts you off in the swamp as well. It's like you sit there and you're like, oh cool, the consumed king's garden. How quaint, how elegant, and I'm toxic. I also feel like a bunch of areas in Souls games could be improved if it just wasn't filled with a really annoying substance. This was a cakewalk after Dancer. Osiris literally just needs to step up their game. Like, compared to Dancer, it's like if they put Dancer as Osiris and Osiris as Dancer, that would be fucking cool as hell. Because Osiris technically is, optional. Like, you can totally just skip their fight. It would be so cool if, like, okay, I'm gonna take these and you're not gonna do it. It would be so cool if you're going about and you're like, that thing noticed me. You're going about! And all of a sudden, just like Dancer shows up where the Osiris arena is. And I guess, no, it wouldn't really make much sense because Osiris is guarding the only way to get to some of the dragon-related stuff. You're chill, right? Cool. It would be super neat if Dancer was like the optional one and Osiris was the required one. Probably dead, aren't I? That is E, specifically spelt with a capital E. An E, a right capital. I forget where this leads, and that's a little item I'm not gonna be able to get later. The surprise tool I can help us later. You know it's a Titanite chunk. Most assuredly gonna be a Titanite chunk. What's over here? I don't exactly know the layout of Lothric Castle, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. Watch me stumble around like a buffoon. I hope there's like a bonfire close by. Actually no, there is a bonfire close by. It's called fucking Dancer of the Boreal Valley's bonfire, baby. Oh. Okay. I thought there was like a Lothric Knight down here and I was gonna get real scared, but nope, it's just a bunch of gremlins. This is giving me such bad times looking at these guys and being like, oh wow, it's Grey Rat. Nope, it's not Grey Rat. It's a questline you failed. Oh no, they got healed. That's crazy. It's almost like you shouldn't have provided them with 3 hits worth of damage. Man, my boots sure are, they sure have flown right off my body. Also not sure if those Pussum Man respawn, which I sure hope they don't, because, fuck. Alright. That's a good shortcut. I like that shortcut. Not too crazy, not too bad. Go down the ladder like a normal person move. You don't want to take that risk. My brain is always thinking like, what if I just fall down that ladder and it made it way faster and then I don't have to talk as much? And then my brain also just goes like, you're just going to die. This is Dark Souls fall damage we're talking. Like, not only is it unforgiving, it'll just end you. I'm not going to forgive people. Let alone mere mortals like yourself. Also, do those priest guys increase the maximum health of these dudes? I just want to test this. They do! Interesting, because these guys didn't go down in 2 hits before, they went down in 3. Weird. I did not know that. Fun Dark Souls facts with the skeleton. Alright, now I believe there is another item we can fetch. Probably there. Yump. Cool. Garden. Where is this going? Titanite chunk. Dragon scale ring. Reduces damage from backstabs. I never knew that ring existed. Thanks. So it's like Galwar's ring protection, but come here. Interesting. Okay. I believe Osiris is nearby as well, so you know what? I didn't actually expect to get to Osiris. Let's just go kick his ass. Parfait, my lads. I believe it's time to go whoop a giant crystal dragon. Poison? No. I'm not fighting those guys, fuck that. Want me to come back later? Whoever's in here? Hello? Oh shit, a dragon. Hey Seath, is that you? What's going on, bro? Nice fungus.
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you?
Notice of what? Your invisible
of the
baby.
power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons.
Yeah, that sure is an invisible baby you got there.
Well, I will not give him up.
You don't have
He is
to.
all that I have.
Okay, I'm not going to take the baby. Answer is great. It is pretty cool. So, I don't know if in the lore it's confirmed if he is holding an invisible child or if he is holding a, like a fake child. As in, like, he's basically going insane. But you can hear it. It's crying. We're not doing good damage. That frostbite or curse? Oh, it's probably curse because see. Oh no, it's just hurt. Okay. Oh, weird. You can. Oh. Hey, you can stop doing it.
Dear little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me?
See, this is why I think he's
Come
partially
out.
insane.
Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot.
Yeah, sure likes to just talk and talk.
My dear little Ocelot.
Invisible like Priscilla. That would make sense. I'd be down to believe it was invisible, but by the way he's acting about like, where are you hiding, but it's right in his hand, it kind of leads me to wonder if it's invisible or if he's holding Ocelot, but he's talking about the power of Ocelot. Because he says that Ocelot is a really powerful being.
Ocelot!
That scream is fucking great. I love bosses that are able to just scream, and it's like an actual powerful moment. Like, Godric the Grafted in Elden Ring. Jesus Christ. Oh, you can hear the baby crying. Bring it on! Oh, fuck. I was gonna yell, bring it on, but in the tune of Ocelot. Hey, is your baby holding a revolver? Like the Metal Gear? I made a reference, guys. Oh god! I will die for that. One thing I will say about this fight is that if you're locking on and you're trying to go for ranged attacks, good fucking luck. Alright. Woo! First try. Nice. And that is some crisp dragon for y'alls. Cool. Well, Dancer in 3 tries, or would that be 4 tries? I think it's 4 tries. Because I died 3, yeah, I guess that would count as 4 tries. First try. Neat. And that's not really a fight I should be fighting right now. Actually a pretty tough one. But, let's go behind his weird door thing. I believe there's an invisible wall, or illusory wall, rather, in here, but I need to remember where it is. If there is one, I think there... In the wise words of Sigward. There's a bunch of tomes around here, and there's these weird, freaky, long neck fellas. And one of them are alive! Ooh. Also getting a lot of souls. Hello everyone, welcome to stream. Welcome to stream, Small Smo. We are still alive, and I'm going to show you one thing. So yes, we did in fact get the Smo armor. Just gonna show you that, and you can assume yourself that we did in fact get the whole set. Because I was just like, oh, fuck it, I got souls to spend. All right, and this guy behind the chest. Oh, right. I remember now. First, I actually want to test something out real quick, just to be sure. Okay, so it is behind the chest. So, like, this wall does look suspicious. I remember now. Minute scale. Why are you streaming so late? Because I'm awesome. And cool. So, I'm not gonna spoil what's gonna happen here. But, untended graves, I might actually want to wow. Thanks, brain, for just filling in words with more words that are just the same word, but over and over again. It's time to go back, and I think I am going to, fucking just dump souls. It's time. And I think what happens after Untended Graves is going to be the end. Bloodlust. I also probably should put Yorm's, cinders up, but I don't want to do that right now. Yes, I do. I got this. Oh, he sells the Moonlight Greatsword? Oh, shit. Well, that would have been cool. Apologies, I didn't think. Let's check in. Alright, laters. I apologize I was so quick to the draw with that. I kind of just wanted the spell to get it out of the way so I don't have to do it in New Game Plus, but yeah, Moonlight Greatsword right there. And I'm gonna say this to those who don't know. The Moonlight Greatsword is a common weapon that is shown through, I think, every single one of the Souls games, all the Kingsfield games, and Elden Ring. And Bloodborne. I think about it. Demon Souls, I think, also has it, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's the main weapon that defeats the bad guy in the Kingsfield games. In Dark Souls 1, it's the item you receive by cutting off Seath's tail, which we did get on stream, but we weren't able to wield it because we didn't have enough intelligence. In Dark Souls 2, it is being wielded by an NPC. In Dark Souls 3, it's a little more less ceremonious way, you just do it via a boss soul. And in Elden Ring, it is part of a massive quest line. And then in Bloodborne, it's wielded by a boss. And I'm not sure about Demon Souls. I'm not entirely sure where it is. And I hate to say it, I don't think that Sekiro has it. And if it does, I have literally no idea where it is. But I'm pretty sure Sekiro does not, in fact, have the Moonlight Greatsword, which kind of sucks, where they kind of just broke tradition there, but it's not a Souls game, so... Or, it is a Souls game, not, you know what I mean when I say it's not a Souls game. Not in that wheelhouse of games, is what I meant to say. Oh, really? You deny me my backstab? You blasphemous fool. Doddering old prick. What about Metal Wolf Chaos? Oh shit. I do not know what that is. Could be in there. I don't think it's in the Armored Core games. I've never heard of that game either, so interesting. First one night. And I'm just gonna say this to anyone in the VODs or to anyone who's never played this game, who hasn't pieced it together already. This is the first area in the game, but in the past. So this is what it used to look like. Probably not so dim, but actually no, it probably would be so dim because the world was blanketed in darkness. Oh my god! Damn, that shit hit me so hard it sent me back 80 years. An old Mr. Rebecca who plays the Resident Evil. Damn. I never knew that existed. I must have gotten that confused with some of the old Armored Core games. I never knew that existed. Very interesting. Of course, I'm not entirely in tune with From Software's repertoire of games. Of course, I'm most familiar with the Souls games, so... I'm not sure if it's in any of the Armored Core games, and if it is, then it might be as like a cheeky reference, because I'm pretty sure, you know, games where it's a Souls like what you have in AK-47 probably don't contain swords and mass destruction, unless it's like Moonlight Great Gat. Funny. I might actually want to just fucking retreat and go get some more health before tackling those two lads. Two beefy bros. Alright, well I'm glad Osiris went down very easily because I really didn't want to redo that fight because that first phase where he was just spamming AoEs, stinky. Quite stinky. Now this is the cliff where we go and there will be a bonfire right there. There'd be a bonfire right there if it wasn't replaced with this bitch. Ooh. Probably dead by saying that. Oh my god. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a cool bunch of stuff you got there, bro. How if you just topple off the ledge there? Oh my god! Oh, luckily I think they're dense. Oh, get off the ledge. You're so... Just accept it. Oh, that's Ricard's rapier, now I think about it. Bitch. Only I'm allowed to do that. I'm the good guy in this world. Yeah, that's Ricard's rapier, and you can notice because it does the multiple stab attack. And that's exactly what Ricard's rapier used to do. Unless that's just supposed to be a crystal rapier. Did stuff just fall off a cliff, or does she just not drop anything? Oh, not my issue. Now it's just these schmucks. It's really weird to see these guys. I mean, like, when's the last time you really cared about them, eh? And behind here. And, so, don't forget, there's still a boss here. What was that? Oh. One of the crossbow bolts. So don't forget, we're in the past, and there's still a boss here. Like, we're not forgetting the boss. There's also a summon for this? I didn't know that. Fuck it, I just want to summon. That might be fun. Ooh. Oh, Swordmaster. Yeah, we're not summoning you. I remember, you can summon Swordmaster for the Dancer of the Boreal Valley fight. Dreadful. You want to fight Dancer of the Boreal Valley? One dude is naked and doesn't know how to fight? Yeah, didn't think so. It's not as fun as it sounds. It's a fucking travesty having to fight with Swordmaster, because it's essentially making it so you double the boss's health for little payoff. Because he dies so quickly. And plus, you know, summon AI, so obviously it's just gonna go down the drain pretty damn quickly. Ha 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 ha! You fool! The machinations have caused you your doom. Now fall into the abyss, you moron. There's nothing down here. How is this down here then? Okay, guess we're not tussling that. Don't know what that's about. I'll probably go kill those two crystal lizards off stream, by the way. I don't want to fight them now because that's just going to lead to a great travesty. What do I want? Probably that, but I'm not entirely sure. Although, I do know what I want, actually. This. So, because we're in the past, Eodex Gundyr is back, except he's not Eodex Gundyr. The name's Champion. Champion Gundyr. Or I guess the proper term would be, the name's Gundyr. Champion Gundyr. I also completely forgot his moveset, so apologies if my parrying is off track. There we go. But yeah, still same old guy, parry him as per usual, except he doesn't have Slurm coming out of his back. Shoulder check. Yeah, this guy's got some range. Out. Nice. I'm probably not going to be parrying all the time, but for this first phase at least, I'm going to get a couple in. Out. Nice. And I believe this is second phase, because we're at that kind of halfway mark. Yup. So, well, this is the true Champion Gundyr. X gonna give it to you. He kicks ass in second phase. And sure, you can still parry him. He's still a very parryable boss. It's just that don't expect to be living much. Because while he is parryable, he hits lot of heart. He does have a wombo combo. If you get hit by one of his attacks, it just leads combo into combo. Like this. That kick. That is a very threatening kick. It's such a cool fight. I like how this is Champion Gundyr in his prime. And this is one of the few times where you get to fight a boss where they're in their prime. And you could say, oh, but you do fight Artorias in the past. Artorias is not in his prime in the past. He's actually far from it. Oh god, don't kill me now. Things aren't gonna get easier. I probably could just parry them, now I think about it. In fact, you know what? That wasn't a parryable attack. This guy's got some range now. Fuck, that would have been so cool. That also would have been so cool. Okay. Just get one off. Get some range. Just get anything out of this guy. Now it's time to just move on him. I got one parry on a second phase, so cool. Oh god. Probably dead. I'm most likely dead. Because of all those enemies I had to fight before, I don't have a lot of Estus. Which, you know, I went back to Firelink Shrine, I spent all those souls, and I completely forgot to actually upgrade my Estus. Ow! Woo! How about you know what? Fuck you, Eodex. I'm gonna finish you off with parry. You're gonna like it. Oh, nice miss. I'm dead. This is so fucking it. Oh, that would have been so cool! Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go kick his ass now. Now that I remember the moveset by him beating it into me. Okay. Time to go and whoop some ass. Ha-ti-ha-ti-ha. Alright. It's also time not to just lose all my Estus before we even start the fight. We start off with 9. And, losing 2 Estus doesn't really seem like much, but ow. No try. Yeah. First try. And you know what? I wouldn't have done it if I would have been cocky. Oh, nice try. I had to try it though, right? Like, there's no way on planet Earth I'm not gonna try and finish him off with a parry. It's too cool to be true. I'm going to do it. Okay, no damage taken. Nice. Bring it on, champion! Champion! Oh, I have a dagger. I should be doing that. Actually, I kinda wanna do this. Gotta remember that some of his attacks are pretty delayed. Okay. Very nice. Second phase, and I completely forgot I didn't have a shield on. Which might be my death. Cool. Ow. Not which I see. Ah! Ah! Fucking Christ, that scared the shit out of me. There's a... Hold on. Where are you? Son of a bitch. Oh, he's gonna come around eventually. A fly is like scared the shit out of me. Because it, like, the moment I died, it just came into my peripheral and I was like, oh, the fuck? Okay. Well, we got some pretty good parries. I just wish I didn't, you know, forget that his second phase was so early and also forget that my shield wasn't equipped. Okay. But, I mean, I can do some clutch parries, it's just that it's all about timing. I'm also gonna do this. Haha, you fool. You think you knocked health off of me? Well, you technically did. I'm now 1 crossbow bolt weaker because of that. Alright, bitch. Bring it. Oh. Dude, hitting parries in this game makes such a satisfying sound. I love it. Like, ooh. It's just signified, it's just like the perfect sound for this guy is fucked. Okay, so far all parries. Okay. I need to stop rolling to the side. That's just my downfall. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna parry your ass. Oh, that was such a good parry, you gotta admit. That was a solid parry. That's not a parryable attack. That's not a parryable attack. Neither is that. Oh. That is, though. Okay, just run. I messed that up. I messed that up. I messed that up. That was just rolled right into his grab attack. And into his wombo combo. That was such a sick dodge. I'm probably dead, though. Keep going for the ballsy parries, but they're too good to be true. Aha! Oh god. That's the wombo combo, by the way. Okay. He does it now. Just take the sip while he's getting up. That's really the way to do it. Okay, then. Oh my fucking god. Did I just beat him with only parries? That was sick! Hell yeah, bro. Fucking pound it to that. Christ almighty. And we got the Black Knight Halberd for that. Sick. The whole... That was actually... That was sick as shit. You know what? I don't even want to hear it from anyone. Oh, hey, how'd you do against Dancer? Oh, I did 3 attempts. Oh, that's not so good. But I parried the shit out of Champion Gundyr, though. Oh, hell yeah. Man, I'm got sunshine flowing on my anus for that one. Jesus. I mean, the real only way to style on EX Gundyr is only parries. And not only EX Gundyr, Champion Gundyr too. None of the Gundyrs are safe. Dope. Well, thank you. Because I can tell you right now, I don't get much of those dope moments because I kind of suck. You fool! You absolute moron! I parry you guys for breakfast! And I got your great axe. Nerd. I used to eat parries like you for breakfast. Okay, that wasn't such a good example. That was, though. I used to parry you guys all the time back in Dark Souls 1. You think your movesets are anything special? Anything to write home about? You're wrong! That, was perfectly timed, almost with my demise, but I'm too cool. And that's what I would have said if I lived that. You know, hubris is a cruel mistress. And I think we learned it. I think we learned something from this stream. Don't be cocky. Because while you can do something cool and then do another cool thing after that, it doesn't really mean that third time's gonna be the charm all the time. Okay, anyways. On the fucking... Whoop ass! Yippee! That didn't even stab you, but okay, I guess. Oh my god! That would have instantly killed me. Blurry sequence of events. It was more of the, like, the comic relief of, like, having this Black Knight be like, oh man, he sure is gonna parry me. I parry the first attack. And then just roll off a cliff trying to get the second one. I mean, to be fair, at least I parried him once. So, cool. Can't parry that. Not Dark Souls 1. I hate how you can't parry that move. Unless you can, I'm just being dumb. But I remember in Dark Souls 1, you can always parry that attack, and that was my favorite one to do. I'm gonna get it back. Watch this. Okay, that was ballsy, but at least I can always get it. I was trying to go for, occasionally the hitbox can jank out, and it can match perfectly where your cestus is, where your back is. So you can just absolutely wombo combo guys by just being able to simply have the simple elegance of just beating the shit out of them by hitting the fattest, meanest parry ever if the hitbox is at the line. That's something to be no damage, fat rolls in with a dagger. Oh hell yeah, bro, that sounds sick. I've seen the... You're adamant, aren't you? I've seen the one Ow! I meant to roll! That was it. You know, good on this Black Knight for knowing when to do the perfect meat stab. And I call that a meat stab because, you know what that was? That's how he checks the chicken. That's how he checks his chicken whenever it's like almost done cooking, but he wants to check the temperature. He always takes his Black Knight sword and stabs it into the chicken. And it's like, it's 145 degrees. I'm pretty sure it's good. But what was I gonna say? I've seen the video of the person who took like 8 hours fighting Midir without any weapons, or without any weapons, but you know, it's like broken weapons, which is I think less damage than the fist. They don't die again because that was 94,000 souls on the line, and I don't want to lose that. That's not a parryable attack. Why am I like this? Oh my god, that was so close. Eee. Nice overhead swing. Nerd! Okay, luckily I don't have to get 2 parries at the same time, so... Yeah, I was watching a little bit of that, and I saw that on Sunlight Blade, and I was like, holy shit. Now that is literally like... You know, some people like to joke about the definition of insanity. I think trying to fight Midir for 8 hours with broken weapons that deal less damage than your bare fists, I'm pretty sure is the definition of insanity. And I'm not kidding when I say it's 8 hours. I'm like 95% sure the total amount of time it took was 8 hours. Okay, checking is checking. Can't parry while he's checking is checking. Parry was doing a press. No one's gonna know what I mean when I say checking the chicken, because it's just gonna sound like choking the chicken. Oh my god, that was cool. And I couldn't get the parry because I was running out of stamina. Okay. Oh, alright. Remember, I have 1,000,000 souls. I just realized I didn't even process it first. I have 1,000,000 souls. Wow. A lot of souls. That's more than 1. That's probably even more than 2, actually. Quite a lot. I might have to go back here and start grinding out some of these enemies, because I love the parry timing. I once played online 8 hours on, AoE 2. Took half hours, so I know that feeling. AoE 2. Unless I'm thinking of a stupid Dark Souls term, I'm pretty sure I've never heard of that game. Wasn't there a shooter that came out recently that everyone's been raving about? It's called like The Finals or whatever. It's like in its beta or something, and from what I've heard, it's pretty good. Of course, I don't like me playing some online games other than TF2. TF2's fun, but some online games just have more toxic communities than that, which is interesting to see. But I think the longest match I've ever been in an online video game was 3 hours, probably. I'd say 3 hours is probably like the most amount of time I've been in a server, and where it just like didn't end. It was just ad nauseum for all eternity. But needless to say, man, I did in fact kick that match's ass. I had a 50 kill streak in that match, and I won. Pretty sick. Okay, anyways, we're gonna pick up this. Coiled Sword Fragment. To do, you may ask. Well, return to last bonfire rested at, or to shrine. So, Homeward Bone. Except one thing that's in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 is that they have infinite variants of the Homeward Bones. So now, Oh, baby. My soul grinding is through the roof now. Is the route that I normally take? Oh, blacksmith hammer. Oh, by the way, no, not everyone is dead, by the way, in case you're wondering. A lot of the people are just disappeared because it's like, oh, it's lore stuff, because it's all in the past. This place. That was such a jank animation. Did you guys see that shit? Eyes of a Firekeeper. Thing. But, that was such a jank animation. That's like that wall in Elden Ring that takes like 80 hits to break. That just zips out of existence when it's done. Which I think is meant to be like, it was probably just a placeholder wall, but they accidentally set it so that it's the same amount of health as some other enemies. Alright, hey, what are you doing here?
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
Buy stuff. And we can buy our Teresa stuff. And also a couple of cool rings. Which is also kind of funny to think that they also sell the tower key, implying that they just had it the whole time. Like, yes, I picked us off the ground on the way to fucking Lowe's. Also, yes, I did just drain half of my million souls buying armor. You must admit, it's gonna be pretty sick. It's gonna be cool. And plus, I can make back a lot of it. There we go, right back to where I started.
Best not tarry long.
Okay, weird lady, I'm gonna go now. So now, we can just go back. It's gonna be really weird when we're traveling back to the shrine bonfire from the shrine. Get it? Look at that. Notice how it didn't actually provide the name of the area because we were technically already in it. Fashion over levels. In some cases, that's true.
But may of what the thin light of these eyes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize there was extra dialogue.
Firekeeper. Scenes of betrayal. Things never intended for her ken. Visions of this age's end.
I'm so sorry. I skipped past all that dialogue. I didn't think he had anything interesting to say. Oh, we're absolutely getting that. Fucking. Oh, but take more damage.
Now.
Don't get hit. Kidding, of course. I did not realize there was that much dialogue, and I didn't know what that was gonna do. Okay, I'm going to look this up. Alright? Don't fault me for this. I want to check this. Hold on. Okay. That's... Okay. So, if I give her the eyes, what this will do is, if I give her the eyes, it'll trigger a special ending. However, I don't have to do the ending, because we're going for a different ending.
Then take...
So I'll just do that in like a New Game Plus loop or some shit. I think it's time to just level more.
Farewell, Ashen One.
So I do not want to give, oh, do I have? So I do not want to give her the eyes because it doesn't ruin an ending, but if I don't play my cards right, it could totally just fuck it up. Exactly the opposite result of what I want. So we're not doing that. Normally she'd be like, oh, thank you for my eyes, and then she sees a bunch of like messed up stuff. She goes, oh my god, what the hell? Take these away from me. And so and so life goes on. Give me. Xanthus really give me nothing, or was it the lightning stuff? Probably something interesting. Something interesting I'm probably not taking note of that I don't really care about.
What?
Perfectly timed. Yes. Oh, I thought I had way more. Fuck it. Eat. 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 +7 and +8.
Like that.
Very nice. Oh, the coal. Right. Coal.
Lords, where did you happen upon this coal?
Hell.
This is much too dark. I see the abyss in it.
My ass kicking Manus in there.
Yet a smith I remain. I won't turn down a request.
Okay.
But forget not, your fight is for the flame and for your fellow kin. Just like mine, a cursed fate this may be. But hope remains, does it not?
So he's super weary about me giving him the flame. And I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like he's super scared of it because it has some sort of property that's incredibly that can probably fuck over a lot of stuff. So he's like, oh, careful with this thing now. You don't wanna mess up anything now, do you? Thing. Oop. Cool. I don't really find the armor that I don't really find the armor that useful to illustrate just purely for the drip. I'm kind of just going the Lothric Knight set because it's stylish as shit. Look at this stuff. It's super cool. And also, just like, it's good. A really good set. And plus, I think any heavier and I'd probably start fat rolling. And also, it's like at that perfect range where it's like, not too heavy, not too crazy. Very nice. And of course, you could say, oh, but didn't equip Smo's helm for extra shit. The one thing I did do in Dark Souls 1 was you may see a lot of mixing and matching. That was actually... Mixing and matching armor sets in Dark Souls 1 was actually pretty effective. And also, the Elite armor set. What a truly tragic thing to behold. Alright. Well, I believe... Wait, actually, hold on. I want to check something. Block Reset is, like... It's a very good set. It's just a nice, solid, well-rounded set. It's like, if you want protection that's decently light, not incredibly light, but decently light, go for it.
Can't resist.
Wait, just...
Nope, you just don't give a flying fuck about the world, and you know what? Props to you. Props to you, Patches. So I'm gonna go up here, actually, because I believe that was perfect timing on my end. I believe there's actually something we can do. Give me a sec to look something as I'm walking. Don't text and wherever you don't text and look up shit. I believe a couple of things I can give off. Let's location of this. Alright. Okay, so we can't do that, but I can do this. And I know, special item, I'm not going to be using. So you take the, where was it? Blacksmith hammer. Selected. Huh? Leave it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what that was. I think I actually clicked change order. You do that? It's Titanite scale. Probably not all too useful, but pretty cool. Look. Alright. And that's probably going to do it for me. I am getting tired, and I would like to sleep, and not gain PTSD from sleeping at a bonfire and bruising a bunch of quest lines. And you know what? What a good boss killing day it was today. Yorm, first try, and with Sigward. Dancer, sure, 4 attempts, but still not bad. Considering the amount of attempts that some people take on their first playthrough, 4 attempts is not too bad. And then Champion Gundyr, sure, 3 attempts, parry only though. And then Osiris first try, but it's Osiris, let's be frank here. And I can also burn a couple of these now that I think about it. But, wow, what a productive day. And sure, quest lines failed, whatever. That's all out the window now, I'll just New Game Plus loop it, and so on and so forth. Because I still need to get those spells and miracles, but I can only really do it on New Game Plus. So, I believe with that, we're heading into the final bits of the base game. We still got DLC to do, baby. So, I shall see you all in